Occasionally, generative AI generates information that appears plausible, but in reality is factually incorrect, misleading, or entirely fabricated. Instances of such output are referred to as hallucinations. Hallucinations in Gen AI occur due to the nature of how these models are trained and how they generate content. Gen AI models engage in pattern-based training, so they learn patterns, language structures, and associations from vast amounts of data without truly understanding factual correctness. During training, they are not explicitly taught to verify facts, but rather to predict the next word or generate coherent content. As a result, they sometimes produce outputs that fit grammatical and contextual patterns, but are not accurate or realistic. When trained on large data sets, some of the data may be incomplete or considered noisy data that can be outdated, inconsistent, or contain factual inaccuracies. This can lead the model to generate responses that reflect these inaccuracies, especially in less commonly known topics. Gen AI models rely on probabilities to predict which word, phrase, or sentence should come next. This generation process doesn't inherently check for factual accuracy, which can lead to confident but incorrect statements that appear believable. Despite being able to mimic human-like responses, models lack an understanding of the real-world implications of their responses. They are not aware of real-world facts, which prompts them to blend unrelated pieces of information or create details to make responses sound plausible. So, if you ask a Gen AI model for a biography of a little-known historical figure, and the model hasn't encountered reliable data on that individual, it might fabricate details based on general patterns it has seen in biographies, such as invented dates, achievements, or even places of birth. Developers are working on ways to minimize hallucinations in Gen AI, such as by fine-tuning models on fact-check data, using external verification tools, or implementing algorithms that cross-reference generated outputs with trusted databases. However, completely eliminating hallucinations remains challenging due to the inherent limitations in the current architecture of these models. Understanding hallucinations helps users better interpret and validate Gen AI outputs, ensuring that any critical information generated is checked against reliable sources. One approach to addressing hallucinations is by employing prompt engineering techniques. Users interact with Gen AI models through prompts. Prompts are specific inputs or instructions given to a Gen AI model, like ChatGPT or DALL-E, that guide the AI on what kind of output is desired. These inputs can be questions, statements, or keywords that set context and parameters for the AI's response, and they play a critical role in shaping the quality and relevance of the model's output. For instance, a prompt for a text model could be, write a 200-word summary of the book Pride and Prejudice from Mr. Darcy's perspective. And for an image model, it could be, generate an image of a futuristic city skyline at sunset. The rapid development of Gen AI led to the creation of a specialized field known as prompt engineering. This field focuses on crafting and refining prompts to get the most accurate, relevant, or creative output from the AI. Effective prompt engineering often requires testing and adjusting language, structure, and specificity to optimize results. The key aspects of prompt engineering are essential to understand for anyone working with AI models. Clarity and specificity. The clearer and more detailed a prompt is, the better the model can align with the user's expectations. Vague prompts may lead to generic or unrelated responses, while more detailed prompts guide the model toward producing targeted outputs. Iterative refinement. Prompts are often tested and modified in cycles to improve the output. Changing phrasing, specifying tone or style, or adding constraints can help fine-tune the result. Context setting. Providing context within a prompt, like specifying a particular tone, for example, formal or humorous, or adding example responses, can lead to outputs stay there that match the intended style or detail level. Finally, the use of constraints. Setting constraints like word limits, specific details to include or avoid, or a defined perspective, for example, explain as a scientist would, can make the response more useful and tailored. Prompt engineering is essential because while Gen AI models are trained on diverse data and designed to handle various tasks, they still rely heavily on how they're prompted to produce quality results. Through skilled prompt engineering, users can achieve more accurate and high-quality outputs, making Gen AI applications far more effective across a range of domains, from content creation to customer support. Mastering prompt engineering is the key to unlocking the full potential of generative AI.